to clear out that space and to be done with it felt almost bittersweet. It is Tuesday morning. Today is going to be a little bit of a different kind of day. Today we are going to be heading out eventually to go to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving. But the girls are in school. My daughter's in school, baby's at daycare. And my wife and I are going to be busy. She's going to work, I think, for most of today. And I'm going to be busy doing just running some errands that I've been meaning to run. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the storage unit. And we've had this storage unit now for, I think, probably for almost as long as we've had the baby, if not longer. So, not the baby, my daughter. So we've had this for maybe 5 years now. And my wife has decided that it is time that we no longer need it. I agree. The main reasons we had been keeping the storage unit was because of we had a bassinet that my father-in-law had made when my daughter was born, and then when we had the baby also slept in that bassinet, and that used to be in a room. It's handmade. He made it himself. My mother-in-law, she did all the varnishing on it, all the finish work, and so it's something that's very special to us, and we thought we would keep it there for long-term storage. But my wife has convinced my in-laws to let us store the bassinet at their house. The only other real things that are in there that we want to keep are a handful of more. I think we have some decorations, some other like Easter decorations, I think, which we didn't even put them up this year because the storage unit is a little bit inconvenient to get to. For example, I have to have a car to get to it, so that makes it a little bit tough. And then we have 2 wedding boxes. One is my wife's wedding dress, which has been like dry cleaners and stuff. They have a thing you could do that preserves it, kind of like vacuum seals it and preserves. They clean it and then they preserve the dress for you. I think that my wife wants to hand down that dress at some point to one of the 2 daughters. So that's one of the things that's in there. The other thing that's in there is another thing that my father-in-law made, and it was a wedding box. So you know when you go to a wedding, there's usually a place where you can put in cards. So if you've gotten a congratulations card for the newlywed couple, you can put it in like a box. He made a wedding box like that, and he made it extra large, so that way after it was used at the wedding, we could then store some keepsakes from our wedding in it. So it's like a storage thing as well. So those are like the 2 main things that we want to keep. My wife's going to bring those back to her parents' place this weekend for Thanksgiving. And then while we're there, while I'm at the storage unit today, I'm going to try and completely get out of there and clear it out. I don't know. This is going to be really annoying today, I think. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in the car, but we'll do our best. Hopefully nothing is too ridiculously heavy today. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Let me see if I can get my phone on in here so you can see what we got going. So, tools, tile, 4 boxes of tile. 2 boxes of flooring, some shelves. This is just an empty box. And then we don't know what's in this. My wife and I were trying to figure out what's in it, but we'll see. Because the pack and play is at our house, so. But I think it'll all fit, but it's going to be tight. Alright, so here's the unit. All empty. It feels great to get everything out of there. Now my big concern is everything that's in this car. This car is filled pretty much to the brim. I mean, I think if I had packed it more strategically, I probably could have fit more stuff in here had I needed to. Fortunately, I didn't need to. But on the way out, I was just gonna get all my stuff and leave, and then call the office later and tell them that I was leaving. But on like one of my last trips out to the car, the lady that manages this place, super nice lady, I've known her for a long time. She like rounded the corner. She was out smoking a cigarette, talking with a vendor, she says, and she, you know, was like, "Hey, you moving out?" And I was like, "What?" I just got caught totally by surprise. I was startled, and so when I went in, she's like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you." And I was like, "Oh, I wasn't scared." And she's like, I startled you," and she did. But she was super nice. I was supposed to give 10 days notice before I moved out. I didn't have to do that, so hopefully I don't think I'll get charged for another month. But I was prepared to get charged for whatever, just because, you know, we didn't really plan out this move very far in advance. So we figured we'll get out of there when we get out of there. We'll stop paying for it as soon as we can stop paying for it. But if you do need self-storage in the Chicago area, in the north side, the place on School Street, Lockup Self-Storage, is great. She remembers me. She remembers when I first started renting the unit. And she mentioned, she's like, "How come you're leaving me? You've been with me for such a long time." And I was like, "Well, we just don't need the storage unit anymore. We got 2 girls." As the second girl started growing into all the stuff we'd been saving, you know, then we didn't need it anymore. And so stuff's been coming out of the storage unit. This is the last of it, and now we won't need it anymore. So that was kind of sad to say bye, even though I don't really know her that well. But just to clear out that space and to be done with it felt almost bittersweet. But I'm glad to be out of there. That place wasn't cheap, and I'm looking forward to getting rid of a lot of this stuff. I mean, a lot of it's going to go straight from this car to the dumpster in our building, like all the building supplies. We're not saving that. Hopefully, we'll be remodeling our unit in the spring, and none of this stuff will match what's in our house anymore anyway. So, good riddance, I guess. On the one hand, I feel a little bit foolish for having kept it for so long. On the other hand, I guess I should feel lucky that I haven't needed to use it. So take that for what you will. But now I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna unload this stuff, throw away what I can throw away, bring into the house what I have to bring into the house. Not excited about that. And then we'll see what's gonna happen from there. I was gonna try and go for a run today, but it just started raining and it's getting colder. So I don't know. I haven't run on a treadmill in about 6 or 7 months, maybe longer. And I don't want today to be the day to break that streak, but if I want to get a run in today might be that day. I am back in the car. Got my run in for today. A hard 6 miles. I really enjoyed it out there. And now I am in the car again. I just dropped off. I'm looking at the dash cam. It's right above you guys. But I just dropped off something for my daughter. They're having like Thanksgiving treats and stuff like that. A Thanksgiving party, whatever, in her class today. Today's the last day of school for CPS. Before Thanksgiving, so they don't have school on Wednesday. And so they had a party today. My wife wanted me to bring over some snacks that were safe for her to eat, that were going to be similar in the menu to what they were having, so that way she didn't feel left out. But now I'm going to head back and we got to get the car loaded. Her school, it's 1:48 right now. School ends at 3:05. Ideally, I'd like to be able to pick up the baby before we pick up my daughter, and then head out. Because today, Tuesday, is supposed to be the worst travel day in the area. 6 p.m. being the height of the madness. Now, we've had times where to get just from our house to O'Hare, which is about 14 miles away, in normal traffic, it'll take about an hour to get that 14 miles. In Thanksgiving traffic, it could take double that. So I'm hoping that we can get out early. My wife was still in the middle of a very much in the middle of a phone call when I left. So we'll see how ready she is to leave. She said that she was going to be able to leave. It was her idea to leave on Tuesday. So I'm going to be very disappointed if we can't leave promptly, because the last thing I want to do is spend a lot of time in the car with a baby who's still feeling under the weather and my daughter who tends to get car sick if she's in a lot of stop and go traffic. I've also got to bust out a new car seat. So we were graduating the baby up to my daughter's car seat, and we're getting my daughter into one of those convertible ones with like the racer back seats with the things on the side, and it converts like a booster seat on the bottom and like a seat on the back. So she's getting that. I've got to figure that out. It's still in the box. I haven't even looked at it yet. So I've got to wrestle a car seat, wrestle another car seat, and then wrestle my wife's schedule to see if we can get everything going. I don't even know if she's packed everything. So it'll be interesting. It is 3 o'clock. We are now picking up my daughter. Everything is loaded in the car. It's very full because we are taking some stuff back to my in-laws' house. They're gonna store the wedding dress and the wedding box for us. And we've got the 2 car seats. Whenever you are installing a new car seat, it is always a difficult match. And I definitely wrestled with this car seat. It took a while. I think ultimately I'm gonna like it. I think my daughter's really gonna like it, especially because it has cup holders. But, which I also wonder, do car seats in Europe have as many cup holders? My daughter's car seat, she's 5 years old. It has two cup holders in an area, I think, for snacks. So I just think that seems like a very American thing to design into a car seat, and I wonder if European ones are the same way. But we did not get a chance to go pick up the baby first, which is what my hope was. That's going to end up delaying us a little bit. I wanted to get my daughter and just get on out, hit the highway as fast as we could. But I think that we're going to get stuck in some traffic today. It won't be, hopefully, cross fingers, it won't be as bad as I fear, but it could be bad. We'll see.
What's going on?